Percent man or woman on this game. Hey, what are you doing, Quest? Huh?
Sorry, what was it that you asked?
So what are you doing? Oh no.
Just trying to find someone here.
Well, there's mostly kids in here.
Well, I know, but there's someone here that I was trying to find.
You have VR kids?
Yeah, well, yes, but they're not here at the moment.
How old are
It was
they?
just, it was just someone that was just trying to find some quiet, like
Alright.
on one of the rooms. So I'm just trying to find them.
Oh wait, how old are your VR kids?
One, one's 16 and the other's 12
Yo, I figured something
You know
out.
that's against the TOS, right?
for the 12-year-old one.
Yep.
Yeah, well, yeah, I figured, but at the same time, I can't do much.
Can you see my avatar? Can you see my avatar?
Why
The
can't?
Alistair, yes.
Oh my god, this dude loves talking to kids.
You're Alistair, you're saying?
Why can't you just get him on clip admitting that he's underage and get him
Well, honestly, I don't know how I'd even do that. By the way, hi, Tez.
banned? What? What does a 19-year-old and a 12-year-old have in common for you guys to be like a VR family? Yeah, it's so creepy.
I'm not sure. It just happened at a certain point.
Who asked you
And I
or
mean,
him?
hmm?
Who asked you or him?
Um, him actually.
And your wife doesn't see an issue with this.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
I've been told, cause I have told her, and she didn't say anything bad back. So
You
I'm
do
not
you
I'm not
not see
assuming.
the do you not see the issue with it though?
Uh, yeah.
You are
Although
7 years older than the child that you are whatever. Like that's not okay. Brother.
freaking hits it.
Do you not see the issue with this? That's concerning. You know, I'm not calling you anything, of course, because that'd be rude to accuse you of anything. But you know, it's coming. It's weird to me that a 19-year-old has some sort of infatuation to take on a 12-year-old as his VR kid than a 16-year-old. I mean, where are you finding these kids?
They did it right out of nowhere. I'll let you know that. So because before I even met them, I was just there just to have fun and make some friends, and that's it. And then they're the ones that came up and said if they can be my children in this game. So I said no at first, but then they just asked again.
That's um um I'm just kind of like mind boggled a little bit here because you don't.
It's not. Yeah, it's not your fault, and I understand that it
I
is
know it's not my
weird.
fault, but as you the adult in the conversation, you should know better to then take on a kid that's not legally yours. You know, do you have plans to meet up with
Yeah.
this minor?
Not at the moment.
What do you mean not at the moment? So you want to meet up with this minor?
Well, he honestly, to be honest, he's honestly just chilled. He just likes to sit down and just and just watch at times. So not much really.
I'm just letting
He
you
would usually
know
just like to.
if you go out of your way to meet a minor like that, it's called internet luring, and that's a federal crime, and you can go to prison for that. You,
Yeah,
you,
although I don't really do that a lot. Like if anything, I just let it. If anything, I just have him as a friend, and then he's doing his own things, and I don't do any. I don't like go visit him every single day,
so what
and
is the
he's
point
always
of
the
being
one
his
that always
V?
wants to come to me.
Yeah, what's the point of his
Hmm?
being? Like, why can't you guys just be friends and not VR family? Because that's like the creepiest thing to have on VR chat, in my opinion.
Mm.
Like, I'm trying to be respectful as I can when saying this.
Well,
It's pretty degenerate.
yeah, I know it. Yeah,
Do you
and
like? I gotta
now that
ask
I'm
this.
talking
I
about
gotta
this,
ask
it is
this, man
weird.
to man. Do you not like feel like like, and respectfully the most way? Do you not feel like a loser? Like, because I personally like. I get adults having friends that are underage, but a 19 and a 12-year-old. Is it a boy or a female?
A boy.
Okay, a 19-year-old man and a 12-year-old boy. Do you not see like how that can literally come off to anyone as not much as
Now
so
that you say that, now
How
that
do
you
you?
say that, I it does feel weird.
So how long has this been your VR child? Because it's kind of insane that you just starting to realize.
Let's see. Hang on. What day is it? I say for like 4 months.
So 4 months in, some random stranger just changed your perception that it might be weird now. How does that work? You don't see the issue yourself?
Yeah.
Are you
You want to move somewhere?
mentally?
Cause I I'm.
Oh
Can
yeah,
you
that's
want to
fine.
move somewhere? Cause I know it's
That's
loud as
fine.
hell over there.
Okay. No, I'd be your I
Yeah, that's better.
yeah. Wait, can you hear me?
So sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I personally have earmuff mode on because people are annoying.
Oh.
It's just So now you kind of see an issue in it, but for 4 months you never did.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I never really put like much thought into it. Not now that I thought. Now I think about it.
Do their parents even know that you're their VR
I
dad?
don't. I don't know to be honest.
So you, as a 19-year-old, have a 12-year-old boy as your VR son, and their parents don't even know about their 12-year-old boy's activity on the
Well,
internet.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they have.
I mean,
Hello.
Bear Dead has been fandom in my opinion.
But yeah, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's already told his parents that I am their VR dad or if not, cause I wasn't like any given any info about that part.
You don't tell them to tell their parents that you are taking over as a parental figure in their VR life. You don't tell them to tell their parents that, like a 12-year-old boy, especially. 16, there's like
Yeah.
16, maybe I understand like a little bit. They're starting to grow up and starting to mature. But a 12-year-old boy, you know how impressionable a 12-year-old boy is? You know, like how underdeveloped a 12-year-old's brain is?
Monkey, I said if you're retarded and you know it, clap our hands.
Yeah.
Where you clap our hands, Monkey?
Yeah, so where is the responsibility in this as a VR father? Where is the responsibility? Because I'm not seeing any. Because you know the child's underage, which it shouldn't even be on the platform. You don't encourage them to get off the platform. You don't even try to get their parents to know that you're doing this, or even tell them about what they're doing. You like in this situation, if you were some random dude, which you are some random dude, but if we weren't having this conversation, I
Yeah.
got told about this, I would have called you a pedophile because this is insane. And not to
Yeah.
mention, you're 18 plus verified, and you can go find 18 plus verified groups, yet you're still coming over here to these groups where there's kids, which is concerning me even more because you VR kids that are hella underage. You're coming to worlds where there are more kids. You don't have any
Well,
urges
no.
around children, right? Like, I'm just asking, not saying. You don't, right?
No,
Okay.
no, I don't.
Okay, that's perfect. Um, uh, what are you gonna do after this conversation? Is there gonna be some reflection? Is there gonna be any thought? Like, there has to be something.
Well, there definitely is gonna be there's definitely gonna be some thoughts about this now. Um, let's see, because once again, like I don't really mess with anything that he does because I just let him do what he wants.
And
He
that's
wants to do
fine, but
because
as a VR parent, you should be if we're speaking as in VR chat terms, you should be protective of them. That's a 12-year-old boy. That's the biggest issue. Is if you're going to take on
yeah.
the role of a parental figure in a VR game, which people do, they protect the VR kids they have. They just don't let them do their own thing. As 12-year-olds are very impressionable and very easy to be groomed. I'm a little disappointed the fact that you're just taking on the role to take on the role, but then acknowledge all this sort of stuff, and then now 4 months later you're going to think about it, which to the beginning you should have thought about.
Well,
Are you
yeah, it
struggling in
does
life?
sound.
Is there some sort of mental thing going on? I'm not judging personally, but I'm just trying to
Uh,
understand.
well, no, and that's not none of that. If anything, I've just been busy a lot on my personal life, so where I'm helping out with my family or going
Okay,
to
but that
work.
has nothing to do. All right, that's fine. You can be busy as all you fucking want. But what 19-year-olds? Keep in mind, you soon probably right are gonna be 20 years old. And
Uh-huh.
what are you going to say to people that are like, oh, how old's your VR kid? Not 13. Assume maybe a year from now. 13. And they're gonna look at your bio, and you're gonna be 20, and you're gonna be a 20-year-old with a 13-year-old VR chat son you've known since he was 12 years old. You have to understand that is the most creepiest thing. I think that's honestly the one of the youngest VR kids I've seen. There's only a handful I've seen. It's
There's one that I saw that was younger, and they're like 8 years old or 6.
okay. And did you say anything
What's
about it?
going on in here?
Yeah, uh, just having a talk. Well, cause they're. I asked like, why are they in here? Cause yes, I know I have one that's in here that shouldn't be, but why is a one that's way younger in here? And I asked that, and then they didn't really respond back to anything like, from what I said. So
You didn't
I
report
wasn't sure
them.
what to do. Uh, well, cause when I was gonna do anything else, they were with their VR parents. So I was I wasn't sure like on how I was gonna say this, and I even like went up to them and asked like, why is there a kid here that's 6 years old or 8 years old?
What?
And then like not really much of them said about trying to defend on them trying to, I guess, be in here in the game because I wasn't given much. So
So, what are we gonna think about when I leave? What is gonna be the thoughts that you think? Because I just need to understand before I leave. What's gonna happen after I leave? Because I honestly,
um
when this is the activities I see online, these are the type of like you are the type of person I make a cyber tip line report on, and you would get investigated by like the federal like law enforcement because this is like genuinely creepy. Because no 19-year-old
pro-
should respectfully be having a 12-year-old boy as his VR son, and you don't even know the parents. There's no accountability to it. There's no responsibility.
yeah.
And I'm telling you, if I had your name, I'm being so dead ass. If I had your name, location, where you were at, I would make a cyber tip line
You,
on you because that is creepy. That is some of the most degenerative shit I've seen.
yeah. And once a- and once again, this is something that I know you're trying to make sure everyone can be protected from any of this. So if anything, you are trying to do
Protected.
the
I
right thing.
don't want fucking kids on the platform to begin with, but at the end of the day, it's gonna happen. But I don't think adults your age should be having VR kids. That's my fucking issue, and nor should you, on top of the VR kid, be in here when there's already kids around you. I'm just, it's like it feels like you're doubling down, kind of. That's how I feel about it, because you're in an age gated instance, and then on top of it, you have a 12-year-old VR son.
Guys, I'm not a fan, I swear.
Yeah, I'm definitely just probably gonna have to sit down and think about this.
Something you should talk about with your partner, because it's just
Yeah, once she gets on, I'll probably talk about this and see how it goes.
all right. I'm gonna leave you be now, and if I eventually get a report about something, I'm going to be mad, and you're gonna feel the wrath. All right. I said that last part of the
Okay.
recording. All right. You
Well,
have a decent one.
if anything, it was
I'm